Hi, it's Lee from coloringqueen.net, and I don't think this book needs any introduction, but I'll tell you anyway. It's Imagimorphia by Kerby Rosanes, and if you're familiar with his work in Animorphia, Sketchy Stories, and the doodle books, then you'll be familiar with this really complicated doodle design. Now, with Kerby's work, depending on where it's printed, you might have a different cover. So, UK tend to have a different cover from US or Australia. So depending on where they're printed, often there's a different cover picture or a different cover title on the books. So it doesn't mean that you've got a forged copy or anything like that. It just seems to be that with this artist, there seems to be different versions of it for different countries where it's printed. So on the cover here we have this lovely neon yellow title and this gorgeous doodles morphing into the animals, and there's so much detail in there, it's just amazing. The cover is card, it's black. It's getting quite a lot of reflection of the light because it is quite glossy. Now, and it also has a slightly glossy, waxy feel to the cover on mine. Now, cover is card, lovely protective bright yellow inside to go with that lovely title. So I love the way they coordinate the stuff for Kerby Rosanes. So the book is approximately 24 centimetres by 24, and we've got a lovely title page there to colour in. Beautiful white paper, it's crisp white, it's very good quality, so it should, bear up to markers and whatnot very well. Now I have to say straight up that I like this book better than the first one. I think it's just got more of a wild imagination, or maybe it's been a while since I've looked at Animorphia, and this is new, bright and shiny, and I've just fallen in love with it. Either way, I think it's a terrific book. Got this lovely author page here. I mean, have you ever seen an author illustration acknowledgement that has so much detail in it? Like, you could spend hours just colouring in the author page. It's just unbelievable. And of course, we have a beautiful nameplate page. I guess you guys have already noticed I've got a real bugbear. I really love a nameplate page, and this one is just fabulous. It's just packed full of detail and doodles. You could spend hours practicing your colouring and blending here before diving into the true book proper. And our whole introductory page is, of course, beautifully designed and illustrated. I've really got to credit the publishers and the artists for the way they lay their books out. They've just got so much lovely information in them, and they're presented so well, and just those beautiful touches like the inner cover going with the title page and the beautiful nameplate. It's really well done. So we've got our double designs. As you can see, they do run across both sides of the paper. Now, I really don't like double-sided images, but there are some artists that I forgive for doing it because they tell their stories in the storybook style, and so it just wouldn't suit in any other way. I think, this image could have been done single-sided, but really, we're kind of used to it with Kerby that it's going to be double-sided. Got a double page scene here. You might have noticed that the previous two images could have actually been single-sided because they just related to the one thing. But again, it really seems to be the process for this particular artist and publisher that things will be produced double-sided. So I'm just going to sit back and let you drink in the wonder of this amazing doodle artist. I think every time you look at these images, you'll see something new and different in it. I'll just give you inspiration. And if you haven't already checked out my Pinterest, I do have a Pinterest board for Imagimorphia where images are already coloured in, so you can get some inspiration, see if this book's for you, or get inspiration to colour in your own images. This one's going to be slightly difficult to colour in because it's right up in the inside of the spine, but if you push down hard enough you will be able to colour it in. There's some instructions from the artist over here. Fill the stripes with intricate patterns, just like he's done here. I think he's being a bit keen. I'd have hard enough time colouring it in, let alone doing my own patterns. So check out the detail on this. Imagine how long it's going to take you to colour that in. And again with these feathers, he's given us a few that have already been doodled on by him, and the balance you are meant to doodle your own feathers in there. Kerby's giving us homework. And as always, the book is interactive, and so there are things for you to find. Seriously, I think it's hard enough to colour in all his intricate drawings without looking for things, but if you're able to do that and colour as well, I tip my hat to you. And thankfully, we have the answers. Even the answer page is beautifully decorated, and lovely presentation over here. Just really gorgeous. A lot of thought goes into the presentation of this book, so I think it's very well done, very well put out, and I've got to say I think I like the illustrations more than Animorphia. So let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, Animorphia or Imagimorphia, and I look forward to seeing you next time for another colouring book review.